Yo, and welcome to the Ambition Hour. I'm your girl, AUDii 3000. This is Worth the Wait Radio. First and foremost, before we go ahead and get started, I want to say thank you to the listenership. I appreciate you guys so much for watching, for tuning in each and every single WTW Saturday. You could be watching or listening to any other show, but you're listening to us. I'm like doing this episode like super solo. This is my first time ever doing this, so I'm really excited because it's a very humbling experience because I didn't have the audio or visuals production team with me. Having Spits are at the studio at Mix Masters right now. So we're very grateful that we're able to still record a podcast, go to the studio to get all that great content out for you guys. If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're now on Apple Podcast, so thank you to all the new Apple Podcast listeners that we have on the show. You are now part of the Ambition Hour family, so thank you. We appreciate you all. Something I wanted to go ahead and get started is Cardi B, J-Lo, and DJ Khaled came out with a song called Dinero. So I love money, I love J-Lo, I love Cardi, I love DJ Khaled. They're supposed to be dropping a video on Sunday, so that'll be tomorrow. And I'm very excited to see it because, hello, like it's queens. It's two queens and DJ Khaled. And what better combination? Like if you actually think about it, like you have J-Lo who's from the Bronx, Cardi who's from the Bronx, and then you have DJ Khaled. You have two powerful queens that are from the Bronx, which is the birthplace of hip hop. And they're both Latinas, and they're just in the forefront, and they're just showing this fierceness. And I heard a little bit of the chorus. It's like in Spanish and then in English, and I love that because it's all about embracing your nationality, where you're from, and you know that Latin power that you know it's just is amazing to start seeing that a lot more, because growing up it wasn't like that. It wasn't like you wouldn't see like people like in Hollywood and even in the music industry like really represent their roots as much as, you know, artists have been representing their roots now, which I love because, you know, I'm from Nicaragua, so shout out to all my Nicaraguenses. So that's something that's, you know, that's pretty cool that's going on right now. I'm really excited about that. And so, okay, so I have long hair. So you guys can see it's, you know, pretty long. And I love my hair, like, a lot. I have emotional attachment to it, you can say. And it's not because it makes me feel sexier or it just makes me feel empowered to have the long hair that I have, because it's like that long hair don't care type of thing. But I feel like sometimes I get labeled as like, you know, the girl with the long pretty black hair, or, you know, like I don't want it to be part of my identity either. I don't want like it to be like, oh, that's Claudia or that's AUDii 3000 with long hair or something like that. It's just something that I've always thought about, that I've been thinking about doing the big chop and like just chopping it off and getting the haircut that I've always wanted. And then another part of me is just like, wait, my long hair, like my baby. I can't like it's hard for me to like just want to go ahead and chop that thing off. Like, I don't know. So I've been thinking about doing the big chop for the sake of, you know, doing the healthy growth and natural hair. But your girl loves to flat iron her hair. So it's kind of like I cut it to be natural, but then I love ironing my hair because I love seeing it straight. Like what? But then there's also so many hair products that can help for your hair. Like ladies, please, I know you guys feel me on this. And there's like a million trillion hair products that you can use on your hair, and you have no idea which one to use, if it's working, is my hair really growing, or is it being, you know, restored, you know. And like you do the deep conditioning and you do the braids, and listen, I know how it is. And then there's a lot of times where I'm just gonna cut it, but then I feel that if I don't learn that process, like taking care of it now, then when I cut it and then, I'm growing it, I'm not going to take care of it either. So it's kind of just like a take care of it now. That way when you start over or when you decide to do the big chop, you're ready to be able to take care and nourish your hair. Like, your hair is a very important part of your appearance. Like, for me, yes, I don't want to be labeled as a girl with the long hair, but I do like to make sure that my long hair looks pretty, that it looks healthy, so it's kind of like guys, you guys don't know, like, unless the guys that, that have like long dreads. I saw this dude with long dreads yesterday, and I thought that was so beautiful, because I could just know that took a lot of patience, a lot of taking care, a lot of, dreads are completely different than, my hair is. So shout out to the people with the dreads. So I've been reading this book. I'm actually listening to it by Amber Rose. It's How to Be a Bad Bitch. And she has like a chapter dedicated just to makeup, applying makeup. She kind of gives you tips on makeup. I am fairly new to the makeup game. I would always just use, a couple things like foundation, a little bit of bronzer, a little bit of blush. I never really filled in my eyebrows, the eyeliner, all that stuff. So when I'm hearing everything that she's saying, and I'm like, man, does that make me less of a woman that I am about to be 30 next year and I still fully don't know how to do a full glam face? And it's funny because, I fight with myself often too, where it's just like, you should really learn how to do makeup and have the full glam heavy makeup, contour, like eyeshadow, like the highlighter, the eyelashes. Never done that. So it's just, I've never done that, and I don't know how to do it on myself. And so it's like a constant, like, I need to learn how to do this. But then I fight with myself because I'm like, I just want to look natural all the time. Like, I want to look like I don't have heavy makeup on. So probably that's where I limit myself on learning how to do the glam face. But makeup is a very important factor because, us ladies, we know we don't need makeup. But there's something when, like, that little highlighter just, like, glimmers and you, like, catch a glimpse of it. Yeah, we like that. And it's okay to like it, you know what I mean? Like, if you want to put makeup on, like, I got my lip gloss on, I got some concealer on because your girl's been up since 6 a.m., So we need those things, and then I can accept that. So it's just funny that the book had a whole chapter dedicated to makeup and how it's important and all this stuff. And I'm just like, but what if you just want to look normal? Like, what if you just want to look like not tired? But then it's do you guys see the dilemma that women go through? It's just like, bro, I wanna freaking go crazy on my whole face and beat that face and cake it up, or I don't know the terms, but yeah, all of that stuff. Guys, you don't know half of what we go through as far as makeup and hair goes. Like, I can literally have an entire episode of just those two things, but we're not going to do that to you guys because we love you guys. We want you guys to enjoy the show. The show is not just for women, it's not just for men, it's for everybody. We want everybody to feel welcome. Just like the artists that have been on this show. Thank you to all the artists that have been on the Ambition Hour. Episodes 1 through 17 are already up on SoundCloud, YouTube, Apple Podcast. I am so excited because I am so proud of just everything that's been going on. And I just want to thank you guys. We're going to go ahead and get into the first song, which is going to be, I'm freestyling these things today. We gonna do Riding Out by Have. This is off of his new project Burgundy, which is on Apple Music, it's on SoundCloud, it's on Amazon, it's on Google Play. Y'all make sure that y'all go check that out. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, the SoundCloud, like us, rate us, do all of that. Thank you guys. This is Riding Out by Have. I'm your girl AUDii 3000, and we'll be right back. Yo, and welcome back to the Ambition Hour. I'm your girl AUDii 3000. You're listening to WTW Radio. I'm so excited. That was Riding Out by Have. and we just shot this video the other day. It was crazy. It's definitely going to be the video that we dropped this Saturday on Worth the Wait Saturdays. WTW Saturdays. Hello, this is when we drop a new podcast, a new song, a new video, and this week's video is Riding Out by Have. Video's crazy. So let me just paint a little quick picture for y'all. So I'm driving. Spitz is outside of the passenger window. Have is in the back seat out the window, and I'm driving. And it's just, it's insane. It's something that you guys have to watch. Make sure that when it drops, that y'all gonna like it, that y'all gonna share it, that y'all gonna tell y'all mama, y'all mother. Oh my god, before, shout out to my mom, who I know watches the show. Woo! Yes, hey mommy, shout out to you, thank you. So last week, leading to this episode, a lot of stuff was going on. Like, there was this whole beef with Iggy and Cardi, and just like Cardi getting off of Instagram, and then just it getting that far, and it just, that bothered me, by the way, because I don't know Azalea Banks. I only know her because she's always starting something with somebody. My mom also told me that your girl been cursing a little too much, so we're gonna try to control that a little bit. But yeah, so Azalea Banks, the only time that I hear her is when she's bashing somebody or when she's talking about somebody, and it just so happens that this time it's Cardi B who's in it, and she ends up, deleting her Instagram or whatnot. Now, I didn't want to put energy into that because it doesn't deserve that energy. Because even though I don't know Azalea Banks, I just wish her the best. I wish for her to get her voice out in a way that is not, hurting another woman or putting another woman down, because no one deserves that. The problem when people voice their opinions is that it's open for others to have stronger opinions about them and to put hate towards them. I'm not saying that you shouldn't share your opinion or that you shouldn't share your beliefs or your conspiracy theories or all of those things, but I feel like there should also be a limit on the wording that you use on maybe even the platform. Like just going on Instagram and going on a rant or going on the radio show when you're supposed to be promoting your music, it's just not good. So I was gonna go into like this whole thing and like go back and forth and read you guys the messages, but I don't want it to be a show that is like that I'm just gonna be on here and like, just go on Instagram and then see what all the tea is and then give it to you guys. No, I don't want the show to be that. I want this show that is going to be about women empowerment, about local artists, about chasing your dreams, about being ambitious, So I had to be mindful of that, because like I could fall into that, that what it is, that like, oh, I'm just gonna talk about the juice, and I'm going to talk about who so-and-so is with, and like all that stuff, and this is not what the show's about. I don't even do that in real life, so we ain't going to do that. I mean, yeah, you talk about it, but I don't feel like we ain't going to talk about it. So I did this poll on my Instagram page. Shout out to everybody who voted, because this is very, I guess you can say it's relevant to the social media, especially in the social media driven world that we're living in. Basically, I'm just going to show you because it's just going to go it's going to go quickly. So the question that I asked on my Instagram is, if you are involved with someone and they unfollow you on social media, do you care? Involved could mean anything. So it could mean talking, dating, family, friend with benefits. Now, talking, whatever your definition of talking is, if y'all talking every single day, if that's your boo thing and y'all trying to see if it's gonna go into that's your man, or like that y'all dating him, okay. Dating, y'all dating, y'all going out to eat all the time, cute shit. Family, your mom ain't gonna follow you, but she probably don't follow you. But family, like cousins, your sister-in-law, your brother-in-law, your cousin, like, things like that. Friend, that's your friend, like a person that's not your family, right? And then friend with benefits. Friend with benefit, cuddy buddy, the person you fucking, whatever you want to call it. So what people, 44% said yes, that they would care if the person that they are involved with, friend, family member, whatever, would they care if they unfollowed them? And 44% said yes. 56% said no. Now the next question is, would you say something to them about it? 33% said yes, and 67% said no. Now, I find this very interesting because I've done this. I've had people that I'm involved with, talk to every day, see every day, almost see every day type of thing, or, you know, I'm involved with. I gave a very, you know, vague, like a very broad definition of involved. Reason being is because it could be anybody. Because it just doesn't limit to a family member or a friend or a cuddy buddy or, you know, somebody that you're dating that you're talking to or that you're no longer talking to or somebody that you curved, you know, shit like that. Well, if you're curving them, then of course you have every right to unfollow, I feel. But, so, when you unfollow me and you are close to me, or you see me, or, you know, you unfollow me and then like you hit me up like a couple of days later, I ain't gonna say shit to you and I ain't gonna care. And I'll probably still respond to your text message just because I'm that type of person. And I'm not gonna say anything to you because I'm not gonna take it personal. And also, you probably won't get to see everything that I'm posting, so then therefore the next time that we do see each other, it's different, you know? You're kind of like, man, you're fucking annoying, but you're cool as hell, for lack of, you know, not cursing. And it's happened to me more than one time. And it's such a shocker when you find out. First, I have an app. Not that I'm saying that I got the app for that specific reason because I want to see who follows me, like who I know. No. But I do have the app, so I do see when, you know, and I'm sure that other people have the app too. You can see who's unfollowing you, who ain't following. You can see all that. And for those people who are doing the unfollowing, acting as if the other person isn't going to notice, and then you hit them up, like, we know you unfollowed us. It's okay. We don't even gotta talk about it. Like, it's all good. You know what I mean? So, my answer, honestly, is I wouldn't say nothing. I wouldn't care. And that's that. You know what I mean? But I really appreciate everybody who voted. I saw everybody who voted. And if you don't already follow me on Instagram, follow me on AUDii Ambition, AUDii AMBITION. Y'all know that I swear that I could sing. I should like sing to you guys one episode. Maybe if you guys are like episode 100, maybe I'll sing for you guys. Or like drop a #16, like have a freestyle. By the way, we have a freestyle from cool people that we actually saw at the studio yesterday at Mix Masters. I was like, yo, I grabbed his ass and I was like, yo, cool people, you gotta do a freestyle for us. We just like, all right, I got you. So y'all make sure that y'all check that out. So I think last week we spoke about Tierra Marie and how it was like footage of like sexual intercourse footage was released on her Instagram. And you know, she is filing for revenge porn, which I am not mad at her, because as a woman she has every right to do that. Like, you hacked my account, you posted videos without my consent, and you think that's okay? That's not okay. Like, men don't understand that women now have the backup from the justice system, you know, other women, other men. It's not like how it used to be before, where you could just post whatever the hell you wanted. But back in the day, that wasn't happening. Like the whole thing with Ray J and Kim, like that wasn't even like revenge porn. It was just like, your shit got hacked, what you gonna do? But now it's different. Now, like, it's social media driven. So it, you know, people are getting into your Instagram accounts and they're posting certain things. So I feel, to me, that she has every right to file for revenge porn. No one was acting crazy when Black China did it, so don't act crazy when you know she does it. And then I was seeing the Joe Biden podcast, and I love that show, and mainly because my brother watches it all the time. But something that they were saying is that, oh, she doesn't know how to give head or whatnot, and this and that, and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, they were saying how, oh, not all girls know how to give good head, but not a lot of men know how to give good head. And not only that, you have DJ Khaled, who doesn't even give head to his wife. Like, let's get it together, guys. Like, it is 2018. Y'all ain't learn nothing like, you better lick it before you stick it. Y'all learn that? I learned it from a song. I didn't even need to learn it from, like, doing it, just from a song. That's crazy, because when growing up, I knew about sex without having sex, just because of music, because of R&B, because of rap. Like Uchiwali, that song came out. I was a virgin, like, when I was listening to that song and loving it. So Treec, one of the artists, friends of the show, has actually dropped a new song by the name of Honest. It's Treec and Rich Prince. And so I wanted to play it on the show because I love Treec. I love that man's voice. So this is Honest by Rich Prince and Treec. I'm your girl, AUDii 3000. This is the Ambition Hour, and we'll be right back. But before you go, make sure that you go, you subscribe, you like, you share to the YouTube channel, to the SoundCloud, and to the podcast. Please leave us a review. We appreciate you guys. Yo, and welcome back to the Ambition Hour. This is usually when the boys go crazy, but it's all good. It's your girl, AUDii 3000, with the WTW Radio. That was Honest by Rich Prince and Treec. Treec has been on the show, episode 7, so make sure that you guys go ahead and check that episode out. I love that episode so much. Like, I remember the first time that I met Treec. Make sure that you go back to that episode so you guys can see how, like, red he had me. It was too funny. So SZA dropped the video for Garden. I love R&B, so we're just gonna get right into it. SZA dropped the video for Garden. Garden is one of my favorite songs on that album. Like, that album is everything. Like, I like that. And then the album is everything because it has The Weeknd, it has Dubs in the Wind, it has so many, like, I have to pull it up. But so she drops the video. Danny Glover is in the video. Is it Danny Glover? Is that his name? Childish Gambino. Because I feel like I always feel like I'm confusing him and, like, the guy from Angels in the Outfield. Like, am I tripping? Or, like, is it Donald Glover? I don't know. But okay, so the album, is it self-titled? Control. I don't know why I was not remembering the name of that album. Okay. So shout out to me for being able to do that quick fact check. But yeah, so she did the video, and it was, you know, Childish Gambino is in the video. I loved it. It's directed by Karina Evans, which is the director that brought us God's Plan, Nice for What, and some other videos as well. She's a 22-year-old director from Toronto. She's under Little X is, like, I guess, production company. Little X, I don't know if you guys know who he is. I grew up on all of his videos. He's the one who's done videos for Sean Paul, Drake. I'm pretty sure he's done some Beyonce. He's done various amounts of hip hop artist videos from, like, the 2000s till now. But she's under his production company. She's 22 years old. She's killing it. The video is beautiful. It fits the song very well. It's very garden-ish. That song just has such a beautiful meaning, and it's, like, about loving yourself and about, you know, I remember when the album first dropped and hearing that song and then wanting to find out the history about it. I ended up finding out that it's just about, like, self-love and loving yourself, and I love that message, and the video portrayed that message so beautifully. She's, like, dancing like sexy but not too much. Her mom was in the video to end it, and then like Childish Gambino's just in the video, and they just look so like Adam and Eve-ish. I don't know, that was the type of vibe that I saw, and I feel that everybody should go watch it, go support your girl. You know, especially ladies, like Garden, like go ahead, blast that shit like in the car. All of that good, like just, you know, just all of that, like that good positive energy that we always need, and sometimes we forget. Ladies, queens, we are queens. You have to make sure that you are looking at yourself in the mirror every single day and just like, you know what, I'm about to not be in nobody's business. I'm gonna drink my water, I'm gonna eat right, I'm gonna take care of myself. And fellas, you too, man, like you have to be taking care of yourself, grooming yourself. Like women, we pay attention to these things. Like having money and being financially stable is very, very attractive, but also just being confident in yourself. And I don't mean that cocky, like I can get any girl I want. I mean like I am a king, you know. I'm here with the purpose. I'm here to fulfill that purpose by any means necessary, you know, and just being reassured in yourself. Because whether you like to believe it or not, a lot of women, that's what they're aspiring to be. A lot of women, we are aspiring to be the best versions of ourselves, to take care of our mental health, to take care of our bodies, to be healthy. And you know, women need men to, you know, procreate and make more babies. Now, I'm not saying that that's the only reason why you should look for a significant other. See, now I'm getting into another topic that I wasn't probably even supposed to get into, but fuck it. So it's just like, you know, you're not here to procreate and like all these things, because sometimes I think to myself, I'm just like, am I really supposed to have kids? I'm like, tripping. I love kids. But then I start to think about like certain things that I'll probably be limited to, but I do also feel that I do want a companion, and I do want to be with somebody that's going to make me happy, that's going to fulfill me in a way that fulfills my full life. Like I'm already full and he's already full. We just live a full life together. It's not like 50-50, it's 100-100. Like he puts in 100, I put in 100. And so like just like being better and like just becoming the better version of yourself. Like women, listen, you want to get the haircut, like we were talking about earlier, get that. I don't want to go tomorrow and get the haircut, so I'm not gonna do it. But eventually one day y'all might see me with the shortcut, just saying. And the reason why that even came to my mind is because Amber Rose, I'm listening to her book, and Amber Rose basically expressed like how she got, you know, her buzz cut. You know, she has like a fade, like she has a blonde fade, and I think that is so sexy. Not because she looks like curvy, all that stuff. You guys should probably already know that I really like Amber Rose for more reasons than one. She's a good mother. I feel like she doesn't represent herself in a bad way. She carries herself in a good way, even though she speaks out on certain things that not a lot of women would speak out on. But I feel that we need that, because that gives a woman like me, it makes me feel so empowered. Like, yes, if she's talking like that and she's being the bad bitch that she is, I can be the bad bitch that I am and not feel uncomfortable. Which is part of the reason why I'm wearing this bra. It's actually a swimsuit. The reason why I'm wearing this is because I want it to be comfortable. You know, I want it to be sexy. You know, I want it to show a little more skin. But that doesn't change anything about this show. It doesn't make me less of a host. It doesn't make me less of a woman. I'm not trying to do it for attention. I'm not wearing this, you know, swimsuit top to fish guys to come and, you know, watch the show, or women to come watch the show. No, I'm wearing this swimsuit top because I want to. I think it's cute. It's like hella cute. Like it makes me feel some type of way. So of course I'm gonna wear it on my show. You know, that's something that I saw on Instagram that this dude was talking about how the way women dress is like asking for it. What he was saying was more along the lines of on Instagram. You know how some women, they post pictures of like they're showing their booty, you know, they're just a little bit more cleavage than normal, being extra. And then he's just like, ladies, don't post things like that and then not expect the dude to jump into the DMs. First of all, if you want to jump in the DM, go right ahead. But make sure that when you come to me and you approaching me, it ain't some dick pic. Like, I'm not gonna find you attractive if you send me a picture of your dick or if you send me pornography. Like, maybe the way that you're coming at me is disrespectful. I'm not disrespecting myself on what it is that I'm posting or these other women. Some women take it too far, yes, but they still don't deserve that disrespect. Nobody deserves to go check their messages and to see a dick in there. Nobody. Like, I don't care what you're wearing. Like, that doesn't give anybody the right to do that. To just be like, oh, you know what? I think I'm gonna send at Lalicious, a picture of my dick or some shit like that. No, that's not gonna work. It doesn't work that way. So that was just something that I felt strongly about seeing on social media and a man talking about that. Because it's like, if women want to post them dancing the way that they want to dance or dressing the way that they want to dance, they shouldn't feel like, yeah. So it just gets to the point where a woman should be able to dress and, put on whatever the fuck it is that she wants to put on her social media without a man sending a dick pic into her video. Okay, I apologize, my dad was in here. I wasn't trying to talk about all that stuff with him in the room. So we're gonna go ahead and get right into the next song, which comes from Laid Back Salsa. You guys have heard Laid Back on Songs with Hav. He's part of Worth the Wait. He's part of the Worth the Wait family. So this is Dirt by Laid Back Salsa. This is your girl AUDii 3000. This is the Ambition Hour, and we will be right back. Yes, we will. Make sure you subscribe, like, tell all your friends. The Ambition Hour is everywhere now. Welcome back, and that was Dirt by Laid Back Salsa off of Worth the Wait Records. Shout out. This is episode 18, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in on SoundCloud, on YouTube, SoundCloud, podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in each and every single Saturday, Worth the Wait Saturdays. I'm so grateful. It's crazy because this week has been so trying. I felt like, not that I was being tested. There were certain things that were just happening that I'm like, what the F is going on? It started on Monday, then it went to Tuesday. My trick is that I try not to let those things get to me. I try to take those things in stride and just see all part of God's plan. I feel like I went through a time in my life where I was just broken down to a point that it was just like, you have no other option but to go all the way up. And that's exactly the decision that I decided to make, was to forget all of the doubt, all of the fear, forget everything that's happened. Forget that when there's somebody who's trying to bring me down, that I just be like, listen, I don't got time for that. Like, I'm out. You know what I mean? And that's how I feel that everybody has to live this life, because you only have one to live. So when God puts you through a trying time, you have to make sure that you ready what you said, because you just never know, and you got to protect yourself, and you have to keep your eyes open around to see what's going on around you, and to be aware of your surroundings, and not to just to be aware of your surroundings, but to be aware of who you are as a person, because who you are as a person in this world really does matter. So are you going to be the person that just because one thing happens and then you feel like, damn, this person tried me, are you going to keep dwelling on that? Or are you just going to say, okay, this person is trying to do what? In my case, it was trying to make their life easier, make mine, and, be a discomfort to mine, make them more comfortable. So, it was just BS. And I stood my ground. I was just like, no, this is my decision. You're not going to take this decision away from me. I don't care, you know? And I felt like it was God, like, I felt like the devil was trying to, like, I have to say it, I'm going to have to get like this on the show. Like, I felt like the devil was trying to just come at me, was just trying to come at me in different angles, because it just wasn't that day, it was another day. And if it wasn't for God and God's plan, not just God's plan, but like God's like way of just molding me into the woman that he wants me to be, oh my God, I'm so grateful. Like, I cannot begin to describe how grateful I am that time after time I feel like the devil keeps trying to like come here. No, we need to come on this side. And God is just like, no, you are my child. Like, you don't need to go that way. You are my masterpiece. I'm molding you into the woman that you gotta be. You just gotta have faith in me. And that's just the week that I had, you know. And I don't always have weeks like that I feel like, man, the devil's really trying me this week. like, you know, and then my, you know, like they trying to test the gangster, you know, and, you know, I can keep a gangster when I need to be, but you don't always gotta, I can't always continue to defend myself in each and every single situation. I just don't have the energy for that. I don't got the energy for that at all. Like, I be tired. You know, and that brings me to a conversation that I had with one of my really good friends, My Sunshine. Shout out to My Sunshine. We went to the beach. We had some drinks, well, one drink, and it was fun. The conversation that we had was mind-blowing. It came about like growing up in a Hispanic household, and how, you know, the wife is always trying to, like, we grew up seeing our mothers pleasing our fathers, and how us being raised in the American way, we don't see that. Growing up in America, being American, being raised in America, it showed me women empowerment. Like, women are equal, maybe not as equal as we would like to be with men, but we are equal in a household. You know, I don't know where I adapted that from. I know it came from from seeing my mother be that wife, be that mom. That mom is just, that wife is just trying to make sure that their husband is okay, that, you know, he's fed, and that he's this, and that he's that, and he's just, listen, just as much as you want to be, you know, you want your wife or your lady to make sure that you're well fed, you also should make sure that your lady is also well fed, because listen, you don't want to be around no girl who's hungry. Just like we don't want to be around no man who's hungry. Nobody wants to be around anybody who's hungry. So we're going to stop that right there. But yeah, so just growing up in a Hispanic household and seeing that, and not wanting the same for our lives, and trying to really understand the way that we are, and it's because based off of the fact of what we've seen growing up. Like, there's certain things in my relationship that I'm like, I'm not going to accept that because of what I've seen my parents go through, and I'm pretty sure it's the same for her. Oh, Sprinkle of Jesus just hit me up. Never compromise your integrity to fit in with those without any. Bro, we were just talking about that. Like, that's insane that we were literally, like this message right here, this is why I love this app, Sprinkle of Jesus. Y'all make sure that y'all get that. Never compromise your integrity to fit in with those without any. What's up with your integrity? Where's your integrity at? Like, let me know where your integrity is at. And that doesn't just go with your outside in the world. That goes in your relationship, in your marriage, and, you know, your friendship, and your everything. You know what I mean? And so yeah, so just growing up and then just seeing that, and that conversation just took me to a whole other level. And then it came into another conversation about how, you know, my 28th year of life was pretty crazy, and the transformation and the transition that I have gone through in the course of 12 months has, not even 12, 11 months has been insane, because my birthday is next month. 8. Episode 21 will be premiering on my birthday. Shout out to episode 21. We don't even have, but we already know that we got episode 21 on June 9th, okay? So in this year, like, I had just transformed. I went from doing Herbalife full time to now having my own podcast, to working on a regular job, like a 9 to 5, full time as well, and also doing this show and chasing my dream. And, you know, I got into the burning accident to where I feel like just like Kanye says, like, I feel like what Oh, why can't I remember the lyric? I think I got something in the accident, cause this must be heaven. Something. Oh my god! But this must be heaven. Yes, I think I died in an accident, cause this must be heaven. I feel like when in a burning accident, I feel like the old part of me died, and the new me was just reborn. And it didn't happen instantaneously. It wasn't like my arm caught on fire and then like right after I was reborn. No, it was just like my arm caught on fire. Excuse me. My arm caught on fire, and then there was just nothing that I could do but become better, but truly see what was within me, what was inside of me, what was going to push me to be better, to get me out of the depression that I was in, the anxiety that I was having. And I needed to make a change in my life, and it took for that situation for God to just take me and just be like, listen, you don't deserve to be there. You need to get out, and I'm going to show you by humbling you in a way that only I can. And that's why I'm so grateful that year 28 has been what it's been. I've been through some shit, but your girl made it. I'm here. We're episode 18. We got music on iTunes. We have music videos dropping each and every single Saturday. Like, this is amazing. And I am so grateful and so blessed that this is something that's going on each and every single Saturday. Like, I just can't fathom the fact that, we actually, like, I'm actually doing this. And okay, so real quick, because what I wanted to do is that I wanted to go into another video, and then there's a couple of more things that I wanted. Another song. For those of you that are watching on YouTube, you guys are being able to watch the videos, the songs that do have videos. You're able to go ahead and watch them. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to actually play Top Pick by Hav. Now, I love this song. What I love is the video. The video came very organically. A lot of these videos, I'm a part of them. I'm either a part of them, I'm recording them, or I have some say in them. Or at least have some say in editing, Long Sword Kids, hashtag, all of that, So we're just going to go ahead and go into the next song. But what I do want to talk about when we come back is the J. Cole and Angie Martinez interview, which is insane, dope. I love that interview. And I've been listening to it and have been learning from it. Getting a review at work. Hello, working people over here. And then also the guy who was like going off with this person at the restaurant that was speaking Spanish or whatnot. The Whitney Houston trailer. Today is the royal wedding, so that's gonna be crazy. And then the hip hop holes and TGIA. Okay, so we'll be right back. This is Top Pick by Hav. I'm your girl AUDii 3000. This is the Ambition Hour, and we will be right back.
And I want. Yeah. Can't trust nobody, better safe than sorry. Stop hanging at parties, kick game like Atari. Never let them play me, I like it when they pay me. It's dub team, is baby, slim just like Shady. Ayy, getting all this money, I think I'ma lose count. And all my honeys, I'm gonna take you out. And fuck the GPS, I'm on my own route. And fuck that little bitch that used to fucking doubt. Now I'm better than ever, I don't see no competitor. Yeah, I'm chasing this butter, coming live from the gutter. Never owe y'all nothing, Birdman straight stunting. Started out with nothing, how I owe y'all something. Getting paranoid, think I'm losing sleep now. Yo bitch calling and she want that freak now. But see me, I don't really worry about it. I stay up on the grind, that's the top pick. Yeah, that's the top pick, that's the top pick. You sit around and gossip, all you about your pockets. Yeah, you a bad bitch, and your friends too. Fuck you in this hotel room, we'll be up like it's noon. 112, where the fuck is Loon? Down for me, or what's your move? Count for me to execute, I'm down in this absolute vodka in this whole experience. You can't be serious, young, wild, delirious. I'm moving out the pyramids. I was known to be a whiz kid, but I'm not talking about whiz kid. I'm moving out the sand hole, I'm trying to get my chips big. Had this one bad hoe, she was all in the kid. Real player shit, you dig? And I don't do Kevin Hart when I say you my rib. Loyalty with me ain't paper thin. To me, not getting it is the sin.
Get
Getting paranoid, think I'm losing sleep now. Yo, bitch calling and she want that freak now. But see me, I don't really worry about it. I stay up on the grind, that's the top pick. Getting paranoid, think I'm losing sleep now. Yo, bitch calling and she want that freak now. But see me, I don't really worry about it. I stay up on the grind, that's the top pick. That's the top pick. That's the top pick.
Yo, and welcome back to the Ambition Hour. I'm your girl, AUDii 3000. That was Top Pick by Hav off of Worth the Wait Records. This is Worth the Wait Radio, and I am your girl, AUDii 3000. I just want to go ahead and shout out myself because your girl been working at her job for 6 months. So proud of myself. I just got my review and it just gave me a sense of empowerment, and I just want to say that I just want to be the best at everything that I do. I don't want to be the best at my job. I don't want to be the best. I want to be the best at what I do and be comfortable with what it is that I do and the work that I do, whether it be with the podcast, whether it be at my job, whether it be at the gym, whether it be at just reading, whether it just be at just making myself better. I just want to be the best in all areas of my life. I want to be level 10 everywhere. You know what I mean? And okay, so there's this lawyer in New York who started going crazy because I guess 2 employees at this restaurant, an employee and a customer, were talking in Spanish. And so he just went a little I don't want to say crazy. He just had a very strong opinion about the fact that they were talking in Spanish, and then he was threatening to call immigration on them and like all this stuff. And it turns out, I actually saw the video, and it turns out that the ladies actually spoke Spanish. Like, they indeed spoke Spanish. Not Spanish, they indeed spoke English, and very well, might I add. Now, growing up in California, Spanish is a little weird. Some people are not proud to be Hispanics. So they do not speak Spanish. They'll know it, but you go to the store, they will not speak to you in Spanish no matter what. In Miami, it's a little different. In Miami, you walk into a store, guarantee that you will be getting talked to in Spanish if you look Spanish. In New York, I don't know how it is, but this man felt very strongly about, these people talking in Spanish and just saying, like, this is America, you're supposed to speak English. In some part, he's correct. I, in fact, have fell into that, like, this is America, you're supposed to speak English, like, what? And that was just because I didn't want to speak Spanish. Not because I wasn't proud, not because of anything, but because I don't know it well. Like, I'm not fluent like some people who, grew up talking only Spanish with their parents. I was fortunate enough to have a mom and a dad who both spoke English, so if I didn't know something in Spanish, I could talk to them in English. And family members were the same way. I can talk to them in English about something if I couldn't explain it in Spanish. So I had that feeling when I started working first in customer service about 10 years ago. But it was just like, well, if we're in America, why are you speaking Spanish? Like, speak English. That was because I wasn't comfortable with my Spanish. So to see somebody else who does not speak Spanish to feel the way that they feel, I understand and I have the compassion for him because you don't know what they're saying. But then you go to to go get your nails done and they're talking in Vietnamese and you don't understand what they're saying, but no one says like, oh, go back to Vietnam and go, like, that doesn't happen. Like, I feel like this is America. This is where people can come and they can talk their native language. If you want to talk Spanish, you can talk Spanish. If you want to talk Creole, you can talk Creole. If you want to talk Portuguese, you should be able to talk Portuguese. Especially, imagine you see somebody who's from your country. Like, it's like an automatic, like, oh, you're from so-and-so, oh my god, me too. And then automatically it's just like you just start talking in Spanish, or you're already talking in Spanish, and the fact that you're talking Spanish to each other is just like, oh my god, like, like, we're family. Like it's so crazy. And it brings me to another point that I saw on TV, that they want to make it like a law now that you cannot discriminate based on like language and like color and like ethnicity, all of those things. And they're like really trying to make it a law that like like what he did, he could get in trouble for it, like in the future if it were to occur again, or if somebody else were to do it. Like they're making it so that that there's circumstances for saying certain things, but then it takes away the whole freedom of speech, and then being able to say, it's just you're never going to please anybody. You know what I mean? Like it is so crazy how the United States works. And to me, being American, I was born in America, I was raised in America, I was raised in African American culture. You know, I grew up learning about it and was very intrigued by it, was around it from my friends. And so I feel like that's part of my culture because I am American, you know? So as far as all of that goes, I just want there to be peace. And I had a conversation with this about this with one of my coworkers, and she was just like, if we were to just all become better versions of ourselves and just be the best at what we can be, like we were talking about earlier, I feel like it's just something that no matter what, nothing can stop us, you know, instead of trying to make the world better. And I truly believe that we can make the world better, like one person can make the world better, but you have to start with your world first. You have to start with your mind first, and you have to start with your family and your household first before you can go out into the world and then just be like, yeah, I'm gonna make sure that there is something this and that like you can skateboard in your underwear on Tuesdays at 4 o'clock if you wanted to. Like that was totally made up, but you get my point. So I just wanted to go ahead and express that because I do know, like, feel like, listen, this is America, like, you should be talking in English. Like, if I walk into a store, you shouldn't be, but that's because I'm low-key gringa. So, yeah. Whitney Houston's coming off the trailer, with the movie. There's, like, a documentary type of thing. I just seen it, and it just makes me feel some type of way, and I'm really excited to see it. It was premiere at the Cannes Festival, so I was able to see the trailer, and I just loved it. It made me want to listen to her music, and I did listen to her music. I was blasting her all day today. I'm like, I want to dance with somebody. I want to feel the heat with somebody. That's my shit. So I was listening to that, and I'm just excited because I feel like there needs to be more movies like that is just showing like these women in music like so transparent, you know. And unfortunately, we did lose her. But at least she leaves a legacy that no one's gonna forget. Like, she's like a Michael Jackson type of, you know, like that's the legacy that she has. The royal wedding is happening on this Saturday, and I'm really excited because I remember seeing the wedding when it was Prince Williams and Kate Middleton. And I just remember how it was just like such a big deal, and now it's even a bigger deal because the woman that Prince Harry is marrying is biracial, which I think is so beautiful. She's like breaking all of these different, you know, stereotypes of what a princess should be, and I love that there's like a new wave. It's not a new wave. It's like she's like the first biracial woman to be to be getting married to a prince in freaking Buckingham Palace and shit. Like, that's crazy. Like, you go, girl. Go get it. I saw this thing on E that's like the royal princesses or something like that, and they were talking about like they were just comparing like Princess Diana and Princess Kate. Is it like the Duchess? I'm not even sure what they call them, but it's like the Queen. I don't know. I just feel like we're just all queens, so maybe that's why I'm just like, I don't really care about that. But I'm just very happy, and I'm very happy for both of them because it just seemed that it does look like they love each other. So, you know, we gotta hand it to them when it's true love, and it's true love. We belong together. I don't know, I'm just in a singing mood. So I did this hip hop poll on my Instagram. One of them was about one of the ones that I saw, well, that was on the Joe Budden podcast, which was who is a better rapper, 50 Cent and Rick Ross. If I'm not mistaken, Rick Ross lost. Let me see. Rick Ross came in at, we'll see right now, Okay, so Rick Ross came in at 43% and 50 Cent came in at 57%. There was 32 votes for 50 Cent and 24 votes for Rick Ross. I think that's pretty interesting because my choice is Rick Ross. I love Rick Ross. I did grow up listening to 50 Cent, but for me, what makes me decide Rick Ross as opposed to 50, number one, Miami, home team, like, you know, they count. Like, Rick Ross was another artist that always had like the Miami empowerment to him. And not only that, he's never had the type of drama that 50 Cent has had. Like, 50 Cent came, I'll never forgive 50 for doing what he did to Ja Rule's career. Like, I don't care what song you come out with. I will never forget that there are no more songs that made me feel good, like Mesmerize and Down Ass Chick and all the songs that Ja Rule came out. And then, you know, I'm Real with J-Lo. Like, bro, I'll never, like, 50, you did not get my vote because of that. Because you are a very good lyricist and all of that good stuff. And now he's involved in Tierra Marie drama, which I am not, like, the fact that he's involved in it kind of just, like, even, like, bruh, you was, like, you could have made it, but now, like, nah. So Rick Ross won that. So then that inspired me to do one with, like, one of my own, because that one, you know, that was from the Joe Budden podcast. It's in the Ambition Hour. We can't have the same one, but we can talk about it. And I did want an audience's response. I didn't want it to just be, oh, you know, like, I just saw this and then this is what it was for me. No. So then I did one which was Gucci Mane and T.I. Who was better? Gucci Mane got 19%, guys, and T.I. got 81%. Now, I love Gucci so much. This one was hard for me because I do like Gucci Mane and I do like T.I. I liked T.I. when Gucci Mane, I guess, was coming out. I did favor T.I. a lot more. Now, I guess, since Gucci Mane has won me over with his whole full transformation, the way that he is with his wife, the music that he's always putting out, the content, the way he makes, like, I like Gucci. So for me, my vote is for Gucci. You know, so the fact that the number was so low for Gucci Mane, like, hurt my heart, because I'm just like, I ain't gonna talk about an artist that I like that, you know, but it's all good. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion, and I'm so grateful that everybody did this, and I'm really happy that I decided to do this, and I was just like, fuck it, like, I'm just gonna do it. Like, I'm gonna put it on my show. I like it on the podcast. I want to do it on here. And which brings me to my next topic, which is the J. Cole and Angie Martinez interview that they did at Rolling Loud, which is amazing. If you haven't already checked it out, make sure that you go check it out. Angie Martinez is my fave. So they talk about, like, Cole's, you know, album. They talk about some things that inspired him, like something that was very inspiring that happened, like, when his album dropped, was that he got a DM from somebody saying how, you know, their mother died from addiction and that they were about to, like, smoke and take a mess of pills at night at 4:20 that the album dropped, and he ended up getting, like, a DM. And it was just so, like, just hearing, like, how people were just, like, so inspired by this man's album. And it was crazy because Angie Martinez told him, like, you have a voice that the audience, that the everybody needs to hear. And then he's just like, yeah, but I just feel like they just need to hear it when it comes down to my music. Like, that's when he does it. When he does it for his music, that's when he's just like, this is the voice that everybody needs to hear. It's through my music. And then, so Angie told him, like, but you have a voice that if you were to say something, people would have listened. And I feel like she is so right when she says that. And it's because I heard this man, and he's very intellectual. He can speak very well, and he can express himself very well. He talks about meditation. He talks about mental health. He talks about his anxiety. He talks about taking a break from social media and how, you know, he gets pulled back into social media and how he doesn't drink. It's just an awesomely put. Like, I loved it. So I haven't even finished watching it, but I'm going to, and I love it. And everything that I've learned, I feel like I have gained so much knowledge about myself, about him, about her. about just being a better person, about just my mental health and everything. So I really recommend that, and go ahead and check that out. And then so TGIA, we're gonna have to go close the show out with TGIA. Thank God I'm ambitious, yeah. Hey. So your girl downloaded about 4 books, brand new books, 5 brand new books. One of them was by Michelle Obama, because I'm trying to hear a woman's voice a little bit more as like a positive reinforcement. You know, I got the Michelle Obama book, A Life. I got Crushing It by Gary Vee. Have loves Gary Vee, so we always get that. Well, I always try to get a book for him too. How to Be a Bad Bitch by Amber Rose, and Believe Bigger, Discover the Path for Your Life Purpose by Marshawn Evans Daniels. Now this one is the one that I wanted to speak to you guys about. By the way, the Amber Rose book is amazing. It's everything that you would think it would be. We talked about a little bit about it earlier. The Michelle Obama, I haven't fully heard it, and I also got the Nikki Giovanni Love Poems and A Good Cry. I love poetry. I love Nikki Giovanni, so I had to get that book. But believe it or not, the book that I'm the most impressed with is the one that I wasn't expecting to get what I got from it. And it was just from the first 2 chapters that it made me feel some type of way, and it was the Believe Bigger. That one I just stumbled upon it on Audible, and I'm just thankful that I'm ambitious, because I'm constantly always finding new books to listen to better myself. And something that I noticed in that book was that we all hurt differently. Like, she was a virgin, she was engaged to be married, and then she found out 6 days before her wedding that her fiance was cheating on her. And that showed me, because just because it hasn't happened to me doesn't mean that it won't, you know. And then I just think of myself like, man, what would I do if I were to be in that position? Like, jeez Louise, like. And I just feel like my ambition would just take over. Just like, you know, I'm not saying that these books that I listen to are like my secret to like making it out of whatever it is that is going on in my life. That's not the case, but it's giving me the tools that I need in my mind to keep me motivated despite when those things happen in my life. So I just thank God that I'm ambitious, because I'm always trying to, you know, just fuel my mind with knowledge and personal development and just becoming a better version of myself. Like, I want to get a book about money management, because I'm going to start making more money. So I need to make sure that I have my finances in order. So that way, you know, I can live my dream of traveling the world and, you know, doing podcasts everywhere. Hey, shout out to that. So we're gonna go ahead and close out this episode. That was Thank God TGIA. So Thank God I'm Ambitious. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. If you haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe, like, share, leave us a review on podcasts if you're listening to us on iTunes. I appreciate you guys so much. And so we're gonna go ahead and close this out with LA Vibe by Hob and CAB. Those are my 2 little big brothers. This is your girl AUDii 3000. This is the Ambition Hour, and we are out. Episode 18.
I ain't gonna say too much. Yeah. Pulling up to Melrose, baby, is you gon' ride? Pulling up to West Hollywood, let's slide. We could walk around, Fear Facts, and get high. It's a LA vibe, it's a LA vibe. Pulling up to Melrose, baby, is you gon' ride? Pulling up to West Hollywood, let's slide. We could walk around, Fear Facts, and get high. It's a LA vibe, it's a LA vibe. All that bullshit, leave it all outside. Got a couple girls that could go all night. Thought I was in love, I cut her off on sight. Bro, I cutting ties with my bloodshot eyes. I play that shot and I cherish the day. I don't give a fuck what a hater gotta say. You can at me if you feel some type of way. Let them talk, that never fucked with the pay. Never fucked with the pay on this end. Never fucked with the pay on this end. I know you wishing it will end. I'm with your girl and we vibe. vibing again, vibe. Pulling up to Melrose, baby, is you gon' ride? Pulling up to West Hollywood, let's slide. We could walk around Fear Facts and get high. It's a LA vibe, it's a LA vibe. Pulling up to Melrose, baby, is you gon' ride? Pulling up to West Hollywood, let's slide. We could walk around Fear Facts and get high. It's a LA vibe, it's a LA vibe.
Young Hollywood, what they call me now? Niggas run the town, better show me now. Bitches bowing down for the crown, better blow me now. Giving closed caskets to posers and black roses to hoes. Yeah, you know me, homie. They say I got game like Kobe, so don't you know better? Never try and hold me. Wody, I'm slick like ice, shoot pucks at your goalie. So holla at your boy, it's Lido, baby. They label me a problem, and I probably am, so I don't knock a man. I pull up in a functioning Timbs, clean bottoms with an Oscar-winning bitch. She got on red bottoms, but I'm not.
Pulling up to Melrose, baby, is you gon' ride? Pulling up to West Hollywood, let's slide. We could walk around Fear Facts and get high. It's a LA vibe, it's a LA vibe. Pulling up to Melrose, baby, is you gon' ride? Pulling up to West Hollywood, let's slide. We could walk around Fear Facts and get high. It's a LA vibe, it's a LA vibe.
Windows cracked in the Benz, I'm smoking Cali Kush. They tryna catch a nigga slipping, they could toss the book. I'm bumping Ice Cube, it was a good day. I made some money, got some pussy, bought some newer J's. Passed a couple haters, did a couple favors. Tryna make some millions, make some millionaires. My neighbors know you feel